Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We've had some conversation about how to best help small business, and that's really why I'm offering this amendment in the nature of a substitute that would allow Subchapter S and LLCs to defer income tax on any money that's reinvested in their business. So in other words, if you're going to reinvest at hiring people, reinvest at purchasing equipment, you defer income tax on that portion. Instead, they would have to pay the tax only on the money that is withdrawn from the company. This will actually provide real incentives for small businesses to grow without creating another bailout-style fund or borrowing even more money, the $30 billion. I just think this is a better approach. It addresses the real needs and concerns of our nation's job producers. More than 2/3 of all small business income is taxed at these top two tax rates. If small businesses receive tax relief and they reinvest that money back into their business, we're going to actually be able to stimulate companies, create jobs, and begin some real economic growth. And the legislation would also create some certainty out there, certainty knowing that folks can reinvest actually in their companies, in their people, in their labor force, and being able to plan for the future, I think would be a welcome change from a small business community that's really expressed some concerns about the uncertainty that they face right now from Washington. And to top it all off, this is being done without placing any additional burden on taxpayers. So I just really believe the top concern should continue to be jobs here in Congress. I know that everything that we should be doing in Congress should be looked through that prism of job creation. That has not been happening over the past year and a half. Since the stimulus was signed, I know we've lost nearly 3 million jobs. April, I think, was the 27th consecutive month in which small businesses either shed more or the same number of jobs that they added. And I was particularly troubled by a recent report that said more small business owners say they plan to eliminate jobs in the near future compared with those that expect to actually create more jobs over the next 3 months. And knowing that these small companies have created 2 to 3 of every net new jobs in the United States since the early 1970s, we just want to make sure that this engine of economic growth continues to lead the way, because they've been responsible for half the privately generated GDP in our country. So if we're going to actually get the most out of our current economic downturn, I think we do that by investing in small businesses. This is just more redirecting the conversation to do it in a different manner. Even the Congressional Oversight Panel on TARP has concerns with the original legislation before us, Mr. Chairman. And I think it's good news we're having the discussion on the bill today, but I just think this is a better approach.